Alright everyone, we should be live here. I'm gonna check to make sure this is all working and stuff. Yeah, so I will be back in a second. Alright everyone, this should be working now, I hope it is. So let's get started. Tropical Storm Cristobal is about to make landfall. I think it might have made landfall yet, or now, but I think it did make landfall, but worse impacts are still to come. Just making sure we're not missing any frames real quick on my phone here. I don't think we're skipping any frames, so I think that is good. Yeah, we're good. I don't think we're not skipping any frames. Yeah, alright, stream is going good. Alright. Okay. So let's get started. Alright, so I'm just making sure, I'm just trying to make sure everything's working. Alright. We are going to get started here, of course. Alright, so let's get started. Alright, so we do have Tropical Storm Cristobal, I guess that's how you say it, I've been saying it wrong, making landfall in Louisiana right now. You can see we have some of the stronger bands to the north of New Orleans by Gulfport, and a few by Mobile, the Mobile area. And so this is what's been causing a lot of flooding. We do have a report right there of trees uprooted. So yeah, we have some reports of flooding on the coastline. I think that is, yeah, on the coastline, the south of Gulfport, with one of the heaviest bands right there. I think it's just made landfall. I'll have to see. I'm not 100% sure right now, but I think it's just made landfall. We have a lot of flash flood warnings in Florida also. I don't want base reflectivity. Or actually, we're going to use base reflect for tropical systems. Oh yeah, the Tallahassee radar is out. Alright, so you see we have some pretty strong bands in this area, still getting heavy rain inside of that flash flood warning. Or those two flash flood warnings. You have some interesting bands down here. I want to turn on velocity, see if we have any rotation. I don't see anything that really stands out to me. We are going to be using radar scope tonight because GR is not working. I'm kind of mad about that. But yeah, alright. Now, the other threat tonight, of course, is severe weather. We have a ton of chasers in Grand Forks, North Dakota right now, around that area, in the Minnesota. We have two severe thunderstorm warnings up here, two supercells. One is for Drayton, Donaldson, Kennedy, and Halcock. Then the other one's for Lake Bronson, Homa, Karlstad, and Strandquist, I guess that's how you say it. I mean, it looks like it has some more supercells trying to initiate to the north of Grand Forks Air Force Base. Some of these storms did seem to have some rotation a few times. Let's see if they still have rotation. Yes, so this one here has some broad rotation. We can definitely see that this supercell here does have a little bit of some rotation right there. Not enough to go tornado warn. Not really something to be worried about, but if it does strengthen, we do need to keep an eye on that. But this one right here is a little bit more tight. We see we have two little couplets. We have one right there and one here. And those could be a big deal. Not a big deal. They're not tornado warned right now. I think they might have a. Is this a tornado possible? No. It's a pretty storm. Might be producing large hail though. This is for Homa and Karlstad. I already said that, I think. Let's go back to reflectivity. You can see it's in that little hook right there. These nice supercells. Now let's move back down to South Dakota, where we just got another severe thunderstorm warning that is ramping up in South Dakota. We really don't have a good radar for all these storms. So we're going to use try to use base reflectivity here to see if you guys have an idea of what's going on. So we have kind of like a line of severe storms setting up like this, but these are still discrete supercells. Now this southern one here, these southern ones look particularly interesting. This one by St. Francis looks interesting. Let's take a look at it. We got super res velocity with it. We got a little couplet right there already. We already have a pretty tight couplet right there. Delta velocity with that is around 40 miles per hour, but it's pretty tight. And that's where I would expect it to be. So if this storm can get more put together, it looks like a maturing supercell. We could see maybe a tornado warning, maybe a potential tornado in this area here. So we definitely need to keep an eye on that. As in southern South Dakota here, we have another one by Wood, or the town of Wood. Let's see if there's some range falling, but there looks like there's some broad rotation, but nothing big. That should be severe, but we have some interesting storms, of course. Now let's move back up to the two northern severe thunderstorm warnings here. We have these two northern ones. This one's kind of a continuation. Let's see if they have any rotation. That's a big deal tonight in North Dakota in that area, or the northern plains, I guess. These storms have no rotation here, but that could change pretty quick. Let's go over to my. Okay, so I got a slideshow. I have good news. I have gotten AWEBs now. Well, finally. There's a bunch of stuff you have to get it to work. You have to go to your settings in your computer and stuff and change something. But I got it working. So I can now make pretty nice graphics, like this. This one's not this is my first tornado outlook ever, so it's probably not gonna be the best one ever. But yep, I have a 10% significant risk up in areas of North Dakota and Minnesota right there. I have a 5% going all the way to South Dakota and a 2% going all the way to a little bit of Montana, Colorado, into South Dakota, a little bit of Nebraska and Minnesota also. Okay. You see that? Then I do have my this is my outlook. I just wanted to talk about this. We'll talk about that in a second. Do we have any of these outlooks? No. All right. But this is my outlook for day 3. I have a pretty big marginal risk, and I have a slight risk across Missouri, Central Illinois, into Western Indiana. That's likely going to change in tomorrow's video. I'm gonna update it tomorrow. So in tomorrow's video it'll be different. It'll look a lot different. There's already some improvements I would have made today if I would have made a new one now. There's some more improvements I would have made, but this is kind of what I'm thinking it could look like. Alright, I'm vibrating, sorry about that. But tonight the SPC does have a 10% seg, which we haven't seen. We've only seen once since, or I think we only saw one during the whole month of May. And that was a little, there's a bunch of weak tornadoes in northern Illinois and southern Wisconsin and eastern Iowa. Wind and hail threat are 30% significant tonight, so I think tonight could be a big night. It's going to be bigger than last night, I think, tornado-wise especially. We only had one tornado last night. It was in South Dakota, but we didn't have any discrete storms, so that's why we didn't get any tornadoes. That's why we didn't get any. We got a little brief spin up in South Dakota, but we didn't get any long track. Strong tornadoes, which we could have gotten if there was a supercell. But the cap was too strong yesterday to get getting supercells to go. I also think tomorrow might be a big day. We do have a slight risk in Alabama and Mississippi right there. Gosh. All right. We have a slight risk in this area. It might go enhanced, but I don't think we're gonna see a big tornado potential tomorrow, so I may not go live tomorrow. And I want to finish up some stuff because I've been doing something in my room, I guess. So I want to finish up that so I can stream a little bit more. So I'm planning on potentially streaming this day, this is Tuesday's outlook from the SPC. The only changes I made is I had a slight risk in this area here, as you guys can see back here. A slight risk was right there. And I do disagree. I definitely disagree with the SPC's outlook. It should be their marginal risk right here should be a lot further to the east. I'm not being biased because I live in Georgia. I wouldn't have myself in the marginal, but I think it should be further east because of what I'm seeing with the cold front setup. It's going to be like this. It's going to go move that way. It's not going to be all the way back here. So I think they kind of That's probably the models were saying that at 3 a.m. this morning when they made this outlook, but it's changed now. I also like AWIP's Cave, which is that, of course. I can look at models on AWIPs, and I can also overlay. I can make my outlook on top of models, so I don't have to keep switching tabs and stuff. It's a lot easier to make, and I know what I'm going to do a lot more, because I don't have to keep switching tabs and stuff. Okay, something tells me our thing may not be live here. I'm not sure. We are live, aren't we? Yeah, we are. Alright. But I'm going to be using Cave a lot. I'm also planning on potentially issuing my own watches eventually. So I'll be excited. We're going to be staying up probably till around 11 to midnight tonight. Depends on how active the tornado, or how active the weather is in the northern plains. Or if there's any tornado warnings in the south. And why is my phone ringing so much? I don't even have any notifications. It's kind of annoying. Alright. I'm sorry about that. Alright. So let's take a look at our storms. I have a new severe thunderstorm warning in South Dakota with the storm I just called. Right there, so that was going to go warned. Oh, that looks bad. Look at that shape. We can see we have a nice hook right there, a V indentation. And this is in southern South Dakota, just to give you guys a little perspective on where this thing probably has 2-inch hail, probably, I'd say. Now let's play the radar out here, see what these things are doing. So we see that's our storm right there we're watching. Storm right there. Good looking supercell. It's a pretty small supercell though. Gosh, it's so annoying. Alright. Rotation did seem to have weakened on it, but you can kind of see a little couplet right there. That's about it. Not much rotation. Do any of these storms have good rotation? Okay, that looks kind of weird. So does the one right there. Is there a better radar for that? No. Wait, this radar. Yeah, there we go. That's nothing. All right. Let's take a look at these storms up here. This, I think that's a radar glitch right there. I don't think that's a tornado. My phone just got over from vibrating so much, I think. This is annoying. Alright, Tropical Storm Cristobal has made landfall into southeastern Louisiana. Just got the Twitter notification. I'm turning my phone's vibration off, so I don't have to hear that anymore. Glad this live stream is going a lot better than yesterday's live stream. Alright, there we go. Alright. Still live. Apparently, yes, I think we are. Yep, it should be alright. Still got nothing in chat. Alright, so right now, yeah, we have these storms up here. These look interesting. We have a radar glitch right there. We see that. Yeah, it's gone now, so I don't think we have any rotation of that. Nothing that really looks bad with that. Alright, let's go to reflectivity, back to reflectivity. I think this area can see some interesting storms, because there's still not much action. So that means we still a lot of instability hasn't really been touched yet. Alright, here in North Dakota and into Minnesota, we have a lot of, kind of like a line of supercells. We have one right here, 2, 3 supercells right now moving up to the north. They are all severe warned. Which one has the strongest rotation? Well, that one does. That actually looks pretty bad. These are in my 10% area. Right there, this one has pretty strong rotation with it. Let's try to get a delta velocity. We got delta velocity of 68 to around 30. So that's around, it's not that high, but it's definitely a meso right there. It's not really tight though. But that might go tornado warned actually. That's a storm we've been watching for a while. play this out. See, these things are moving decently fast. Best luck when we have another supercell coming together by Oslo and Forest River right there. That's our third one right there. A few more ones right there. This one is the one to watch right there. Because if this keeps moving north, it could do something by Lake Bronson and Homa. Moving north-northeast at 28 knots, so around 32 miles per hour. We also have a lot of storm chasers on these, so that is good. We'll get reports. A lot of tornado reports if there is a tornado. Alright. See what's going on in Mississippi down here, or Louisiana and Mississippi. So you have some strong bands to the north. Gulfport got hit by a strong band. There's some reports of flooding and some trees down, and a power pole's broken from this. It's pretty strong winds. And it now has made landfall in southeastern Louisiana. So now the low pressure is likely right there. It's moving that way. It's going to go right over New Orleans. So New Orleans is probably going to getting a break from the wind right now. I do have an earth cam pulled up here. I think this is, yeah, it's live now. You can see there's really not that. We got 2 hail reports now. Hopefully tonight is not a bust. I'm thinking tonight may not be a bust because we do have a lot of initiation going on already. So we're gonna have to see. You can see winds on this earth cam here. They're not really gusty at all. Okay, advertisement, so I'm just gonna out of that, alright. It was right on New Orleans now. Not New Orleans, it's in southeastern Louisiana. Okay, this advertisement's not over yet, there we go. Alright, so you can see winds are not that gusty. That's because they're almost on top of the low pressure system. Right now, I'd say the strongest winds are in this area. With this line here, this band, probably brought some very strong winds to areas like this, in that area. I keep saying area. Someone reported snow to the north of Wichita. I don't think that's accurate at all. Alright, let's take a look at our supercell I'm watching. It now has an indicated mesocyclone on it. According to the radar scope here. Okay, that is a very tight couplet right there. A very tight couplet right to the west of Homa. I'm surprised that is not tornado warned actually. Is there a CC drop on it? I don't think so. Probably not. It's in a well, it's actually in a populated area, but there's no CC drop on it. Alright. Pretty strong rotation here. We have some storm chasers to the south of it. They need to get up there. Help. Let's see if this is actually producing. I don't know if this is producing right now. This is a very interesting supercell to watch. This has been the one that I've been watching for a while before I started the stream. It's 51,000 feet around. The one to the south of it is actually taller. Oh, which it does. I think the one to the south of it, this one has some bigger hail, probably. Yeah. So this is definitely a storm to watch here. Let's get delta velocity with that thing. Oh my gosh, that just got so much more tight right to the west of Homa. That needs to go tornado warning, and that also looks really tight right there. 2 very strong rotations. I'm gonna go ahead and screenshot that. Alright, now I gotta check out. I'm gonna check up and see if I have anybody's Discord. That's really strong rotation. It's not a radar glitch either. It's been there for a good amount of time. Right to the west of Homa. I think this is in Minnesota. No, it's in it's in Minnesota. We got gate-to-gate shear with this of around 100 delta velocity of around not 100 60. Yeah, no 75. And the delta velocity of around 100. It's looking pretty bad. Alright. Checking Discord. See if anybody's noticed something around that. Nope. That's good. Alright. That is very tight rotation. I'm actually surprised. If that needs to go, if that keeps the same strength, I'm gonna be pretty surprised if that does not go tornado warning. And this one down here, it wouldn't hurt to put a tornado warning on it. Also, it's really tight. Two pretty tight rotations we're watching in Minnesota here. This one's right to the east of the border. The border is right here, if you guys can see. So I'm kind of surprised about that. Crap. Right. Hopefully. Alright, sorry about that. Alright, so we definitely gotta wait for a new scan to come out. The new scan should be coming out within. The new scan just came out. This Titan right here by Donaldson, it's gonna hit the west side of Donaldson. We have a bunch of chasers on it also. We might get a tornado report in there soon that is on the ground. So it's likely not on the ground right now because we don't have a tornado report on it. This one by Homa even got stronger. We now have delta velocity with it of 100. And we have gate-to-gate shear with it of 103 miles per hour. That is very, very tight and very strong shear right there. Or not shear, but rotation. I don't know how it's not tornado warned right now. See, it's in the hook. Alright. It's probably gonna put a tornado warning up, maybe in the Canada. Or not into Canada, but to the border. Then it's gonna go into Canada. Alright. No tornado reports in yet. We have 2 tornado reports in Florida. That's in Florida. Alright, we got 1 comment. I don't know how old that is. But Ben Weather Channel said, hey. Hi. I don't have my other computer's been dead for a while. My phone is working now. So that's good. I'm gonna pour up live chat. I'm sorry I didn't answer your comment. Your comment. Alright, so just looking pretty for that also is kind of, look at that hook right there. I think it is nice. Doesn't have any rotation though, so I have to see that that's strengthened. Alright, new scan should be coming in shortly, probably in about 4 minutes. Wait, I think the new scan, no, so this is still the old scan, I think. Yeah. Alright. Still not seeing. This is a very interesting event. We do have a tropical storm, of course, making landfall. No, that just made landfall in Louisiana. You can see. Yeah, this band right here probably has some winds up, maybe wind gusts up in 50 to 60. So that's pretty strong. Alright. Yeah, we got chasers down by Donaldson. We also got a few chasers to the south of our supercell, which should go tornado warning, but they haven't done it yet. Alright, let's take a look at our storms in South Dakota. We do have another warning down there. I think it's for, wait. No, we don't have another warning, but see, because these storms could quickly rotate. I don't see anything that looks like a tornadic signature there. I don't see anything that looks, or without. Okay, this storm right there, that's starting to get some rotation. Let's see what cities it's by. It's in northwest of Cody, right on the Nebraska-South Dakota border, going further into South Dakota. And this northern severe thunderstorm warning doesn't look to have rotation. It has some broad rotation right there. That's it. All right, let's take a look. We all still have these storms. This one has still not the new scan still to come in. It's two very tight rotations right now, which I'm very surprised they're not tornado warned. I don't think they have any of them have a CC drop this at. It's a good sign. Okay, new scan came in. Our one by Homa broadened out a lot, but this one by Donaldson is even stronger now. We got 77 to 18. That is very tight right there. Right to the northwest of Donaldson, we have several chasers on it. This is in the northwestern part of Minnesota in our 10% area. which is this area, that area right there. So hopefully our 10% does not bust, but I think we're going to see some tornadoes tonight, hopefully. We only got one last night that like flipped the tractor trailer. Alright, so this one is very nice. You see we got those little greens right there. Those are going in or closer to the radar, which is in Fargo. And Fargo is down there. So we got greens moving this way like that. Reds moving this way. So that is our very tight rotational couplet we got right there. To watch. And this surprise, these are not tornado warned. The element by Homa is very strong. We're gonna have to see if that tightens back up because the storm could recycle by Homa. And there's one by Donaldson is very strong. You can see how these have played out here, rotation wise. Alright, let's pause that. I think I did a great quick now. I didn't. Alright, so you can have a little dry slot back there. Alright. Only got one viewer, which is kind of sad. Okay, we got some storms to the northeast of Fargo now. These already look like supercells. They just don't have hooks on them yet because they're not mature. But got a velocity. They don't have any rotation yet. But these are definitely 3 storms to watch right there. Those are supercells. They fired off the outflow boundary. Which we can see like that right there. Let me play this out. You can see the outflow boundary helped them. Oh, the outflowish boundary. It's not really moving much. So we got some new storms right here. The southern one right here looks the most interesting. All these storms look interesting, but the southern one looks a little bit bigger for tornadoes. Alright, we got a new severe thunderstorm warning, I think, in, no we don't. I think it's been here, yeah. Alright, we gotta keep an eye for tornado warnings in this area down here, southeast. Yeah. Alright. So, let's look at the whole picture and what's going on. Let's get this to reload here. So we're looking at the National Doppler radar sites. This one's not wanting to load. 2 tabs here trying to load. Alright, no tornado reports yet. Or no new reports. Still watch. Alright, so we can see what the whole thing's going on in the southeast. We have our tropical storm Cristobal. We have some heavier bands in Florida, which we need to watch. Because Florida got hit pretty hard yesterday with some brief spin up tornadoes. Then we have our big deal tornadoes, maybe, or strong tornado potential in this area of North Dakota. We have new supercells moving into that area. This area here that hasn't been touched all that much. And we have more storms in South Dakota, which could produce some tornadoes also. So we're gonna have to watch them. So yes, we still got one viewer. I'm gonna be kind of angry, or not angry. I'm gonna be kind of sad if I stayed up to midnight, just live streaming, just to get 10 viewers. Depressing, to be honest. But yeah. Alright, so this is a free radar if you guys want to look at it. That's the URL right there. It's free. So it's not a good radar, but it gives you an idea on the whole thing that's going on. They have some new storms in northwestern Nebraska. It also shows warnings, which I like warnings. See, we got those heavier bands in Florida right now. And we got one of our heavier bands like Gulfport and Biloxi, which we looked at before. But I don't think that one band has a big tornado potential. It did produce it. I think it had a tornado warning on it earlier. Florida has already gotten 2 tornado reports today, which is pretty good. But we just got 4. Well, in our Plains severe weather outbreak in our area to watch, we only had 4 reports so far, minusing what happened in Utah, so southwestern Wyoming. Now, alright. So, hopefully today will not bust. Hoping it's not going to bust. We'll have to see. Yeah, that looks interesting. Alright, let's take a look at our supercells up here on the Fargo radar. That one by Minto is looking really good on reflect. Let's look at velocity. The one by Minto still has no rotation, but this one by Donaldson. Okay, we got 2 rotations now. We got one right on top of, right to the southeast of Lake Bronson, and we have another one to the north right there. I'm surprised we're not issuing any tornado warnings yet, but this one to the north of Donaldson now is looking very strong. Let's see, it might even, we have some chasers on it though, so I guess that's why I haven't issued tornado. I think they might be correlating with one of these chasers here. That's why they haven't put out any warnings, because the chaser said nothing was going on yet. Were they? Alright, wait a second, y'all. Yeah, I'm getting a call. Just wait a second. Oh yeah. Alright everyone, Michael is here. Now.
Yes.
Yeah. Alright, the stream should be going good. We haven't skipped much frames at all. Last night we skipped about 100% of the frames. Last night we got about, if you were watching the stream last night, we got about the 0.3 FPS. This is the stream. And sometimes it just didn't work. I solved that issue because I was on the bad Wi-Fi. I was on a hotspot last night trying to stream, so no, that doesn't work. Alright. We have 2 really interesting storms in Minnesota, Michael. This one by Donaldson, we have one by Lake Bronson. Alright, the one by Lake Bronson seems to have brought it out. This one's brought it out.
Set up right now.
Alright, the one by Lake Bronson has brought in. The Kennedy one is still really tight, and it's still pretty strong.
Oh, Lake Bronson?
Yeah, Lake Bronson is in northwestern Minnesota.
Yeah, it's pretty broad. It's pretty broad right now.
But it's still there, and it could tighten. It briefly recycled just a second ago, or like a few scans ago. Now I think it might be recycling again. It's going into Canada though, so we're gonna watch it until it gets out of the Fargo radar, and it's really not. I really can't look at it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can. Well, we can eventually look at it because there's radars in Canada. They have velocity.
Yeah, there's a few. They're not like they don't have as good of as good quality though.
Well, that's because like nobody lives. Well, they don't have radars in like northern Canada. Like nobody lives in like northern Canada.
Yeah, nobody lives there.
Like why would you have a radar up there?
Yeah.
But southern Canada.
Yeah, we have some flash flood warnings. Actually, yeah, I'm not gonna talk about the flash flood warnings. So I bet you the Weather Channel's talking about that.
Yeah. If you guys want to hear about the flash flood warnings, you just go to the Weather Channel. We will talk about them. We will talk about them sometimes, but not.
Oh wow! I'm looking at I'm actually on the Weather Channel right now. It looks like probably EF1 or almost EF2 damage in Orlando yesterday.
Dang, yeah.
So yeah, it's EF1 damage. It says.
We have some big hail-producing storms in South Dakota right now. I think that the tornado threat's a little bit lower, but in northern South Dakota they could produce a tornado. Maybe central South Dakota also.
Yeah, well, there's 3 severe thunderstorm warnings that are heading towards Canada. During the 10%
yes.
area for tornadoes.
We also got a bunch more supercells to the east of Fargo that are moving up into the 10% area.
Yeah.
We got like 4 of them.
Oh, I'm looking at another area. The storm south of Lake Bronson. It's got some rotation.
Okay, one of these is actually kind of worrying me. We got one right to the west of Hillsborough, which is to the north of Fargo. It already has a hook on it, and it's going right. It has that shape, and it's going right into the middle of the best shear.
Yeah, I've seen that.
In the storm, we have 3 supercells of these kind of in a line.
Yeah, it's starting to develop some rotation with it. It's not too tight right now. The one in North Fargo, it's got some rotation now.
Yeah, it's nothing bad. Wait, talking about this one. Yeah, it's trying to get put together, I guess, slightly. Alright.
Oh, okay, yeah, the one is not even worn. One to a Hillsboro.
Yeah, but looking at it, it looks like it could be something.
Yeah, it's got a hook on it.
And
yeah, also the other one, northeast of Fargo, that one's got some rotation in it.
Yeah. Alright. Yeah.
Day 2 outlooks, day 3 outlooks, I can see that.
Oh, wait, can you click on them? Wait, do you see like my outlook for this morning? Or, like,
yeah.
It has like that black background.
Alright, let's see how the rotation. Oh, okay. That storm's rotating near Kennedy.
Yeah.
The one near Lake Bronson still pretty broad, but you know.
Yeah, the one by Kennedy looks really interesting. It has a pretty good TBS. And the one by Lake Bronson's broad, so I think if they put a tornado warning out, it's going to be for the one by Kennedy.
Yeah, definitely that one. That's my opinion.
But the one by Lake Bronson could recycle. It's recycled several times.
Yeah, it's the best environment of the day.
Yeah. You can see we play this out here. It seems like they're trying to form into a line as they move into Canada, which is good for storm chasers in Canada.
Parts of Canada, if you look, there's an area in Canada that might have a 5% risk. A good amount of area in Canada probably has 2%.
Yeah, but there's we don't know because the SBC isn't going to Canada. But I don't think.
You can just tell where it would be though.
I don't think the Canadians would have like a 2%, 5% risk because they only get like tornadoes like 2 months of the year.
Yeah.
June or.
I'm looking at what is it called? Winnipeg.
Winnipeg.
I know that's a pretty populated area, and they're also in a risk today. So, if there's a nice looking storm there, then we would say it.
Yeah, our storm to the west of Twin Valley now, which is to the east of Fargo, which is in the North Dakota. North Dakota. So it's in northeast of Fargo. It's a southern supercell. It now has some very slight but tight rotation. I don't know if you can notice if it's right on the
just to the west of Twin Valley.
It's right there. Like I only got like 30 miles.
If you go back some scans, it's actually starting to develop a hook there.
Yeah, it's trying to develop a little bit more. It looks like it might be capped. It looks like it's capped.
A little bit, yeah.
But the one by Hillsboro looks like it has like a pretty good hook on it. Doesn't have much rotation.
Right, that one by Kennedy is doing pretty good.
Yeah,
Yeah, about 12. 8 next to 65. It's looking good.
Alright, so we now have another hail report in northwestern Minnesota, so that means we also have another wind report in southern South Dakota. So in our area today we've had 6 reports so far. That's pretty good. No tornadoes so far, but this storm right here could have briefly touched down a tornado. We don't know that, but I have a feeling it didn't because there's so much storm chasers on it.
There is?
There's a lot of storm
Yeah, I
chasers.
gotta figure out what that site. Wait, I gotta figure out how to get onto that site to see where the storm chasers are.
It's not a site. It's like you gotta. I'll teach you how to do it after the stream today. You gotta like take a test and stuff. The test is really easy. The only question I missed was the flash flooding question, which was because I was rushing. See, the stream's going decent. We've only skipped 60% of frames. At least we have not skipped 100% of the frames like last night, when the stream practically wasn't made up any frames. It was just pretty frozen the whole time. All right, let's get active in South. Oh, we got a report of rotation in South Dakota now on Spotter Network. Let's take a look at it. Report of rotation. Okay, we have a supercell hook by Harold now. Nice hook with that supercell right there. We have 3 chasers on it. And we have one by Harold, which you look in the Aberdeen radar, and you can see it. Severe Warren has a nice hook on it. Somebody reported rotation, and we have a lot of storm chasers on it, which is good, or a few. Yeah, it does have really good. It does have slight rotation.
Is it the North Storm?
It's the northmost severe warning. You can see it right on top of Harold.
Yeah.
It has a report of rotation with it now.
Oh yeah.
Alright. I'm actually kind of mad. I'm sort of mad about GR2 actually. Have his radar scope that I kind of like better. Okay, we have a nice hail of 1 inch reporting in Eureka in northern South Dakota. Nice storm in South Dakota, northern South Dakota. Yeah. Alright.
1 second. First look at something really fast.
Alright. We got some. Okay, wait. Alright. We do have some interesting bands by Orlando right now. And some of them look good. Could be a Breeze spin up. Now, Breeze spin up in Florida is still not out of the question.
Oh, did Cristobal make landfall here?
Yeah. It made like one in southeastern Louisiana. Yeah, the only reason why there's storms in northern Minnesota they haven't gone tornado warning is because there's storm chasers reporting or saying that there's nothing. Alright. Yeah, both of them are pretty strong. I think the one by Lake Bronson has recycled. The one by Kennedy looks like it's in the process of recycling right now. It's pretty weak.
Which one?
The one by Kennedy is recycling right now, so it's pretty weak. But then the one by Lake Bronson recycled. It's now strong.
Yeah, that one's getting stronger, yeah.
Yeah.
Speed of 97.
Yep.
I think that one near Lake Bronson is a little stronger, but I think it's a little more broad. Alright, still some rotation near the one northeast of Fargo.
Yeah.
I'm gonna check the one near in South Carolina. South. Oh, alright, there's some rotation now in South Dakota.
Yeah.
Delta velocity of 98.
That's a pretty good delta. Oh yeah, oh that's tight. I like a warn. Because we do have a return rotation.
Found Delta velocity of 100, but that's a glitch.
Yeah. Here, Mike, we want to call normal.
Huh?
The landfall normally. Right on Michael's back.
Oh, there was just a slight risk tomorrow.
Yeah, there is.
For Cristobal.
Yep.
That's a 5% down there.
Yeah, it is.
It's I don't think it's probably not gonna go 10%. No way.
It's pretty unlikely. Alright, I'm gonna look at what's going on in the
There might be
southeast.
there could go 5% in whatever it's called. Minneapolis tomorrow.
Minneapolis? Oh yeah, for yeah, because that's in the slight risk. Yeah, the other slight.
Oh yeah, Minnesota.
Yeah.
Minnesota.
There's two areas that look interesting: Central Nebraska and then Minnesota.
Yeah.
We're back streaming. Alright.
Alright, let me look at some radars.
Still got no tornado.
Okay, they still have some rotation, the ones that are going up in Canada. Just don't see a very tight rotation.
I think the big deal is what's still forming by Fargo or trying to form.
Yeah.
Those could be interesting. We also have some isolated supercells in middle of South, or like southern North Dakota.
Yeah, I'm looking at the storms in central South Dakota,
They're just,
and they got some nice rotation.
they're like very discreet now. So yeah, I don't know how this one's still not tornado warned. But
honestly, a lot of them, I don't know why they're not. Alright, now we're starting to see some rotation with the one in southern whatever it's called, South Dakota.
Southern South Dakota, alright.
So rotation with that one, with the KUDX radar.
I think a lot of lightning and a lot of hail.
Yeah, with the Rapid City radar.
Rapid City, alright.
Right over per milli.
Oh yeah, I see, but it's in the north, yeah. It's interesting. Alright, hopefully tonight does not bust. I'm hoping tonight's not going to bust. That'd be kind of depressing. So far, we still had 6 reports. This is updated at 2240 Z, 2250. We've had, okay, now in our area, we've had 7 reports in our whole area tonight that we were watching as of 650.
No, I'm gonna look at the one near Fargo.
Alright. Still severe warned, of course. But it looks like they're capped. So if they can blow that cap, though, they're gonna cruise it. It's capped, though. That's why it looks like.
Right now it is, yeah.
You can tell it's capped because it's not really. It doesn't have that hook yet.
Let's pull up the, as you can see, the outlook and see where the storm is compared.
But if that one by Twin Valley could break the cap. I think the one that I was watching by Hillsborough got sheared out. It kind of looks like a weekend.
Yeah, right now for the one near Fargo, I think it's almost it's at 5%. It's already edge of the 5% to 2%. It's heading into a 2% right now.
Yeah.
I don't know if that one's any severe warned. The ones to watch definitely are in I think the southern one is in North Dakota is probably the one we should watch the most.
Yeah.
It has the most time to develop it in the U.S. The other one's almost in Canada.
Well, it has the most time to develop in like the U.S. Well, all the
I
ones.
think there are new severe thunderstorm warning in southern Wyoming.
Alright. Guess we can take a look at that. If there's actually a radar site there, which I think there is.
There's one.
Yeah. Alright, it looks kind of, it's a very low DBZ storm. It's probably just a wind threat. Maybe some hail. Well, it's actually probably higher DBZ, but the mountains kind of block that.
Yeah, it's not really too.
Well, that's because the mountains blocked it.
Yeah.
Alright, so the storm by Parmelee in southern South Dakota has a very large hail and some destabilization. Storm got that reported rotation by Hymo. Then that reported. The storm doesn't have much rotation anymore. That's good.
I'm looking at a storm there's a special marine statement up on the coast of Florida, and I'm worried that might go 20 to 1 because it's really just started to really develop fast.
Wait, where?
Near Dolphin Island in Florida.
Oh wait, yeah, that's.
Yeah, water spout possible, winds 50 knots.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think that would be the tornado warning.
It could eventually once it gets on the land. Yeah. That's what that big band that's producing a lot of damaging wind in Louisiana.
It's 78 next to 34,
yeah.
So I think that has a good chance.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah, that's something the Weather Channel will look at to it's the National Weather Service would look at to make warned. So.
Alright.
Hail.
Still nothing going on in North Dakota. or we have stuff going on in that area, but really nothing serious. Alright, there's my tornado outlook for today. And the storms in Fargo, I have it at 5%, and they will briefly move into a 10% with my forecast.
What's it called? I agree with the SPC mostly. I would move the 10% maybe. I would keep the 10% and would extend it a little bit further to the east.
Yeah, maybe. There could be some bad storms in northeastern North Dakota though later.
Yeah, let me see. Where did I put this?
You have initiation in some areas.
I'm just looking at this really fast. For tomorrow, did you put a 45 sig for wind?
For tomorrow?
Yeah.
No.
No?
Who did that?
I saw it on YouTube.
Oh, okay. Somebody reported snow by Wichita. That's kind of annoying me.
Snow.
Okay. The storm by Gettysburg right now in South Dakota. I think that's what it's called. There's a bunch of reports right there. It has a nice hook. It doesn't have any rotation now. These storms in South Dakota look like they just lost all their rotation so quickly.
I'm gonna look at where's my it's my day one tornado outlook is in the Discord.
Your day one outlook. All right. Okay. New storm report counts. We now have one. We now have a new hail report in South Dakota and another hail report in northwestern Minnesota. We now in our area we now have 10 reports now in our area. So far, it's been a bust. Well, it hasn't been a bust. Well, I'm not going to say it's been a bust yet because the event's not over. But I guess it's okay. I guess it's been kind of a bust because, no, it hasn't been a bust. But as of right now, it would have just been a marginal risk they could have put in. But that's going to change by tonight. Weird ad going on Earth. I'm just on X out of EarthCam. It's kind of annoying all the ads we get that happen right there. Alright. It's getting very active in South Dakota, though, with that kind of line. Alright, take a look at the storms in northwestern Minnesota. They're already entering Canada. But I'll still look at them. They still have some. There's two areas of broad rotation are still there, but they're weakened a lot. We have a donut hole now. Where the other broad rotation is.
Alright, I see the storm chaser right now. He's going up. He's on the border of North. He's right on the border of North Dakota and Minnesota.
Yeah.
I think he's heading towards the which one is it? Yeah, he's heading towards the one in Lancaster, the one near Lancaster, the one that has more rotation.
Oh, that one?
Yeah.
Well, it's gonna be rain wrap, so it's probably not the best idea.
Yeah, it's just dark where you can't see anything. He's heading straight.
Yeah, at least there's no hail. Or, well, not little small hail. Probably there's hail that's probably small. Our storm by Parmelee still has very large hail. And it still has definitely has a mezzo with it. It's not enough for a tornado warning, but it's definitely there. Alright. Any new runs in Florida or in the southeast? Well, Mobile is now under a flash flood warning. Let's take a look at that. Oh, it's at that large band coming through Mobile right now. Okay. Digital storm total is low. but it's likely been around 3 inches to 4 inches that could have fallen. So yeah. Alright, snowmobile could have gotten around 4 inches of rain in some areas, most likely. Yeah. Alright.
In Grand Isle, Louisiana, there's like abandoned cars everywhere.
Oh, that's weird.
People are they just don't even care.
Yeah.
They just drove to the water and they just gave up.
Drove in the water. Alright, take a look at the storms in the
280 viewers. Oh, let's view this guy. Wait, I want to see his location.
Alright, we don't really have any rotation with the storms that are capped off in Fario. Of course, okay, every time we get storms, they're either QCLSs or they're capped supercells. You never get actual classic supercells that produce tornadoes. Like, why?
Sure.
Alright, let's
We're watching where this guy is. He's also there, okay. There's a lot of storm chasers going towards the storms in Minnesota.
yeah, I don't think it's they can go into Canada though, so I guess it's good chasing those.
Mhm.
I mean, the ones that are making the decision to go there probably can go into Canada. Alright.
Oh, so they're there, okay. So they're in the southern warning, most of them. They're heading north.
Alright, yeah.
2 minutes ago, okay, I want to see this guy. Brad Arnold. I want to check this guy out.
Alright, so far we've had still only 10% or 10 reports in our area. There's still a long way to go tonight, I hope.
Alright, there's one storm chaser down in Mississippi that's heading towards that that one storm in Florida.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but I don't really think he's gonna see that too well. Actually, maybe he will. There's not actually. I don't think it's rain wrapped.
Yeah. Alright, I see an interesting storm going into North Dakota right now. It's right on the border with severe warned by Ashley. It looks really good on reflectivity. It has broad rotation, but nothing big at all. At all. Alright.
There's some actually bad storm surge in Mississippi. There's areas that almost have almost 6 foot storm surge.
Yeah. Bismarck has some low moisture supercells, which is LP supercells trying to get going around Bismarck, to the east of Bismarck especially. His dues in Bismarck are only in the upper 50s. Actually, let's look at the, get up the SPC's mesoscale analysis, or meso-analysis. See what is going on.
The rotation in the storm near Ashley is just really tight. Well, it really got stronger. It's still pretty broad, but it got stronger.
Oh, the one by, oh, you just looked at it? Alright, let me see. Oh yeah, I guess, yeah. Alright.
A lot of lightning.
Still no tornado warnings so far in our big area today, which is the northern plains. Alright, stream is going good. We've only skipped a few frames, not 99%. Let's get our I'm gonna look at supercell composites. Let's look at the best area. The best area for supercells right now is in our 10% area, which is good. That's in our 10% SIG area. We have a 16 in the supercell composite. We also have a 16 in southern South Dakota. And we have a 20 in southern North Dakota. So that could be a decent area for supercells. But that doesn't mean that's where we're going to see the tornadoes.
Yeah.
But okay,
How long be a duration?
I'm thinking it might be, but I think it's going to be something different. We have a ton of Cape. Our storms in northwestern Minnesota are moving into bad Cape, the ones that have had that rotation for a while. A 4,000, 5,000 Cape, where we have that 20 supercell composite. We got 4,000 in all of eastern North Dakota, 4,000 to 5,000. So we definitely got plenty of Cape today. Let's look at surface observations, see what we have dew-wise. Alright, Bismarck has a dew point of 52, which is pretty low. Dew points of 70s. Dew points in the 70s all the way up through eastern North Dakota and the western Minnesota right there. That's our area we're going to be watching. I'm worried about supercells in this area here that could go tornadic. Let's look at wind shear. This is kind of the important thing. Let's look at bulk shear effective. There we go. Yeah, the highest bulk shear is centered over northern North Dakota. So that's actually, we also have very high, but I think our wire storm by, what is it called? Parmelee is rotating because there's 75 knots of bulk shear. Even though it's not really looking like a good storm, like a Bruce tornado, but we got 60 in northeastern North Dakota. So we got plenty of shear today. Let's look at storm relative helicity surface to. We got 700 helicity in the eastern side of our 10%.
Yeah, I'm looking at the helicity right now.
Helicity sucks in South Dakota. So.
Yeah, it does.
But we got really good helicity in Minnesota. So if we can get a storm right along a supercell to go right along the Minnesota North Dakota border, I think it's going to be interesting. If we can get in that supercell that doesn't, if we can get a supercell that breaks the cap.
Yeah, supercell composite.
Yeah, we can see we got more towering cumes also right there. We got some more. It looks like we have more development in southeastern North Dakota. That's really good. Development in southeastern North Dakota.
Yeah, yes. Also south central.
Yeah.
North Dakota. There's the highest Cape there and the highest supercell composite there. Those are, I'm thinking, there's 5,000 Cape there.
But the only thing bad is helicity.
Yeah, the storms in Minnesota right now, they're entering a low Cape.
But the helicity is really good up there, so you gotta find a good balance. I mean, a lot of times there's not really a balance between helicity and Cape.
Yeah.
It's kind of like there's good helicity where there's no Cape, or there's good Cape where there's no helicity. So I think if we can get a storm to go off right along the central North, like right by, where is it? Right in between Fargo and Grand Forks. If we can get a supercell that's not capped, that would be the best case scenario for a bad tornado.
Yeah.
Look at what else can we look at? Yeah, we can see if we have nice storms here.
There should be the radar really fast.
I don't look at the non-supercell tornado parameter. That can give us I like looking at that because that can give us an idea. Yeah. Okay. So from what I'm saying right now is, if a storm is not a supercell, it's probably not going to produce a tornado because there's no non-supercell parameter. We can probably still see one, but it's not as likely. It's like a violent tornado. Okay, we have a violent tornado parameter of like 16 in southern North Dakota. That's pretty good. Thermodynamics, let's look at surface-based lifted index. Highest lift is in eastern North Dakota, western Minnesota, and...
Yeah, I think that in south central North Dakota is a pretty good environment for these storms.
Helicity sucks, so that could lower the tornado potential.
Yeah, helicity is not that good.
I think we get some nice big hail producing supercells.
Yeah, big hail. Probably not too much tornado down there, though.
Yeah, not much. We're not going to be looking at much tornadic supercells.
More northeastern, probably. North Dakota.
The ratio composite of 16. It's pretty good. Alright, let's take a look at the precipitable water. That can give us an idea on what we could see. I think tonight we're going to be seeing some HP supercells and likely classic and LP. We might be seeing all types of supercells tonight. And so far we've seen all types of supercells. Tornado warning. Tornado warning.
Where?
First tornado warning of the day.
It just went loud. It just went
Lake Bronson now has a nice hook. We got storm chasers on it now. That's probably why we're seeing something. We have a lot of range folding, which sucks, but we can see very tight rotation. Or not very tight, but it's there. Right there.
2,000 cape in that area. It'll probably keep going for a little longer.
But that's good enough. Cape, you only need like 500 to 1,000 cape for.
Yeah, just for it to keep trucking along.
Yeah. I wouldn't say anything new is gonna initiate up there with that low cape up in like northeastern South Dakota or anything, but the storms should keep going. Alright, first tornado warning of the day. Is it confirmed? No, it's radar indicated. Alright.
I'm trying to wait for them storm chasers to kind of get closer.
Nice looking storm right there.
I'm gonna check out where if any storm chasers. Clouds turning around right now. Kind of insane.
Yeah. Okay, reports now. We now have around 12 reports in our area today so far. That is good. Actually, we have 13. We have one in Colorado now, or Wyoming, central Wyoming. Yeah, precipitable water is really good. So we're definitely 1.8 is definitely HP supercell. That's what we're seeing right here is HP up in northwestern Minnesota here. That's good. I'm gonna have to go have dinner in like probably 10 to 20 minutes, which kind of sucks. It's probably like a tornado emergency while I'm having dinner.
Yeah.
And then when I get back, it'll be expired.
Are you gonna keep the stream going?
Yeah, I'm gonna keep it going. I'm just gonna mute the mic and stuff. Okay, yeah, it looks like the storms are too capped up by Fargo. They're really capped. They're weakening a lot also. Alright. Stream seems to be going good. We got rotation reported in northern South Dakota with that storm by Ashley. We got a report of rotation now. With that storm by Ventura and Ashley. That embedded supercell. Oh, is that a radar glitch or is that delta velocity right there of around 69? Or is that delta velocity of 130 miles per hour? Right to the southwest of Ventura on the Aberdeen radar. That might be a glitch, but that might be very strong rotation.
Wait, for the one in Lake Bronson?
No, for the one by Ventura. It has a report of. It's by Ashley, but it has a report of rotation now, and it has a really nice hook, and it has like very tight rotation.
Yeah, I see that. You also go up to the tornado warning storm. It's kind of also similar. It's I don't know if it's a radar glitch or not.
Oh my god.
111. Next to next.
It's pretty strong.
Yeah, I don't know if that's
a glitch or not. I kind of hope it is.
Tornado warning near Jackson, Mississippi.
Near Jackson, yeah, I see. Alright, we got 2 tornado warnings ongoing right now.
Everything's running up before you have dinner.
I know.
Yeah.
Freaking like New York City will probably be near like a tornado emergency.
Yeah. I'm just gonna go mental.
Okay. How does the National Weather Service find a rotation that's that small when there's always stronger rotation everywhere around it?
Oh yeah, that storm did kind of strengthen. It just went through over Canada though, so it's not really warn it. The one in Canada actually started getting stronger.
Yeah, they'll probably put like a.
It probably would be close to tornado warning if it was here in the USA.
Yep, but it's not. It is in Canada.
From the USA.
Yeah.
I wanted to give it some fair share.
Yeah. Alright, I think the stream's going good. It's not going the best the stream has ever done. Probably because weather's calm right now, but yeah.
Huh?
Nothing. Anyway, there's storms in North Dakota, those little LP supercells are, one of them is evidently going 65 or 70 miles per hour. I don't think it's moving that fast, I think that's a radar glitch also, or more like a radar scope glitch. If that storm, if that storm in which is now I think in southern North Dakota, that storm by Ashley, which is now in southern North Dakota, and that thing is still has that really tight. It still has that really tight rotation. That's not a glitch.
Yeah, that one's over 5,000 cape right now.
Yeah, it's in that really good cape. That's not a glitch either. It's kept that signature for a while.
Wait, which radar are you using?
The Aberdeen radar, I suppose.
That one's different compared to the.
There's a deep blue speck on it, also, and it now has a donut hole. There's a deep blue speck in a donut hole with it.
Yeah, I got 76 next to 46 right now.
Yeah.
It's going right
Tornado
over
warning. Tornado warning. Tornado warning with a supercell. With the supercell that was that. Remember the Herald supercell?
Oh yeah, I see it.
It just went tornado warning. Yeah.
Oh wow! Look at the rotation. 98.
Oh my god.
70.
Oh.
Can you have that dinner soon?
Oh my god. I freaking swear.
Oh, this is so funny. I'm just waiting for when you leave, but 8 more pop up. So we have 3 tornado warnings, guys. 3 tornado warnings.
Yeah.
Oh my god. There's an area within that has a delta velocity of 105.
Oh my god, yeah, that's pretty strong. And at least it's not really hitting any. There's really like no cities in the whole warning. Okay, a weekend avoid this scan like a lot. It's been brought down a lot in a weekend. Why can't we just get one tornado that actually like stays strong for like at least 5 minutes? And it might be recycling now. It might be recycling. And why is there I don't see this that much, but why is the rotation or why is there potential tornado on the door on like the anvil for the supercell? Not even like on the hook. It's kind of weird.
Alright, I'll put myself on. I'll be over for a second.
Alright, let's take a look at the storm in northwestern Minnesota here. Still has a hook. This one right here though has really strong rotation by sundown. You can see that. This one, yeah, but look at that. It still has a really tight template. Definitely needs a tornado warning still. I don't think it's confirmed yet. No, it's not confirmed. Alright. Let's get back down to the Jackson, Mississippi tornado warning we have right now. See, it has hardly any rotation, but these are tropical systems, so they can spin up tornadoes really quick. So that's why I have a warning on it.
Alright, is there any more tornado warnings?
Yeah.
The weekend, yeah.
Yeah, fell apart.
Alright, still has the potential to keep
Going, yeah.
reassuring.
Yeah, that was the same rotation I was talking about earlier by a Herald. Yeah, there's a lot of severe thunderstorm warnings. We got 9 severe thunderstorm warnings right now in South Dakota and North Dakota. And yeah, right now to the northwest of northwestern Minnesota, we have this nice looking storm of rotation. Has large hail. Alright. Oh yeah. Alright, Winnipeg have a radar there. Yeah. Oh yes, we might be able to. Please tell me they have rotation come out. No, they don't. Dang it. Alright, well the Winnipeg radar kind of useless for us. So we're gonna have to use the American radar here. Very strong couplet right there in the best shear zone. Of course, right when I have to go have, well, I don't have to have dinner yet.
Yeah, it's kind of funny.
Yeah.
For us, like, sometimes my parents would let me, they don't like to sit together to eat, like, they'll like let me, like, eat in my room if I want, like, one time.
Oh, yeah, good for you, good for you.
Yeah. But my dad's like, well, since Corona, we've been kind of eating together.
Yeah.
Because everybody's not at work and school at all different times.
Alright, so
There'll
we'll
be
see.
a tornado emergency in Alaska.
Well, it'll probably happen when I have dinner or something. It'll probably be like an like a first EF5 since 2013. It was like worse than the Soso tornado in like Aberdeen.
It already, yeah, the one in Jackson, like near Jackson, it already went, it already expired. I saw that come in.
Yeah, alright, so this one in South Dakota is looking good still, that supercell.
Alright, starting to get some more rotation in Florida in the special marine statement.
Mm-hmm.
It's south of Point Clear and Gulf Shores.
Yeah.
It's going over land in a second. It's over a little body of water.
I don't know why, but I kind of like radar scope better than GR2. Not because like I don't like GR2, but radar scope is like cheaper. I think kind of mad about GR2. We're probably gonna use GR2 next year when like radar scope kind of gets like boring and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I want to use. I mean, I kind of want to use radar scope because I got so excited when I got it. And I like using radar scope. It literally does the same thing, although you don't have 3Ds. You can't like adjust the color table. I mean, you might be able to if you like open like the files and stuff, do a bunch of stuff like you have to do to get a Minecraft mod.
So yeah, the 3D. I mean, I wish you could do some 3Ds, but I mean, that's honestly the only thing I wish I could do that I don't really.
I mean, the radar scope, at least the radar scope velocity color table, like the radar scope color tables aren't bad. The velocity color table actually looks good and it works, unlike the GR2 velocity color table.
Radar scope's good enough for me. I love radar scope, honestly.
Yeah, it's pretty good. And for $10 in your phone, it's really good. You like this kind of stuff.
Exactly. And that warning in Minnesota is probably going to expire soon.
Well, the rotation's still there inside of the wall.
Yeah, no, it's still there. No, it's just not expired because it's going to go into Canada.
Yeah, Canada.
There was a new severe thunderstorm warning in North Dakota, central North Dakota. Yeah, there is.
Central North Dakota, the storm is Bismarck.
It's super south.
It's close to the city of Bismarck. Yeah, so it's
It doesn't really have too much rotation. It's gonna get bigger, broader, nicer, you know.
It's LP. Superstar, most likely.
Yeah.
The storm in South Dakota right now is looking the best because it does have time to actually like do something before it goes into Canada.
There's a lot of time, yeah.
It still has rotation with it.
Yeah, I've seen some within that area, some readings of negative 98 miles per hour.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, it's not rotation though. I think it might just be winds.
Yeah, alright, I'm looking at the latest visible satellite on the SPCs. Okay, it looks like we have a lot of nice supercells, and I think the area that has been the least touched is southeastern North Dakota, and it's all of eastern North Dakota has not been touched a whole lot by clouds. So eastern North Dakota has the best chance of actually getting some tornadoes at this point on. Or the best chance of getting.
The cell just formed just west of Fargo.
West of Fargo?
Yeah.
It's
very small. It's not just west of Fargo. It's like 23 miles away from Fargo, the west.
To the west?
Yeah.
Where?
To the southwest.
Dude, that's like 100 miles away. That's in literally almost in Wyoming.
What? Alright, well, we're seeing two different things. Go to Fargo, zoom in, there's not one, it's just a little cell, it just pop up.
You said Bismarck.
What? I said Fargo.
You said Bismarck.
Maybe we didn't hear each other correctly.
I think
that cell right there, so that's a pretty heavy rain in there, but it's not a big area of precipitation.
Yeah, well, let's play the radar out and see what he has. Tornado 1 here is still going on in northwestern Minnesota. It's that same storm I've been watching for like since before I started the stream. We've been streaming for a good hour and 25 minutes here.
Yeah, almost an hour and a half.
Yeah, I was streaming for like 30 minutes before you came.
I didn't even know you were streaming.
Oh yeah.
Alright, I'm sorry. I was just outside. Alright, is that another severe thunderstorm warning in? Or it's very low precipitation. So it's an LP in Wyoming.
We have a pretty large QCLS going into Canada now.
I was going to look at that. Yeah, it's a pretty messy rotation there. It probably looks a lot better, but just from my perspective, it's
Yeah.
it's a little, I can't really tell.
Yeah, alright, everyone's
Very
still got some rotation right there. A little couple instead of our tour warning in South Dakota. Alright, scroll back down. We have nothing going on tornado wise in the southeast. Or the south, I guess.
Say southwest, Mike.
The south. Well, the states I classify as the southeast is Alabama, Georgia, and then South Carolina.
My storms move from the east to west.
Yeah, well, good for you. Good for you. Mine normally move from west to east.
Mine moved from north to the south to the east.
Well, that happens. That happens though in the summer, especially. Because in the winter, most storms are pretty organized and like they're kind of.
In the winter this year, I had a 973 millibar low pressure go over me.
Oh, we probably didn't even get below like 1,000.
You?
Yeah, because we didn't have any low pressure. If we would have had a low pressure system go over us and we were to the north of the warm front most of the time, we're to the north of the warm front, but the low pressure is pretty far like north, so the cold air wasn't too far south. But if we can get like a low pressure in South Georgia, we would have gotten snow this year, like a lot of snow, like maybe like 6 inches.
The low pressure system that went over us was off the coast. It was a blizzard. It was a blizzard for northern New York, northern Vermont, New Hampshire, northern Maine, because the low pressure was tracked inland.
Yeah.
But I think
Alright everyone, I'm back, so is Michael. Yep, wait, say something.
Hello.
Alright, oh dang, it's actually active right now. Radar scope is completely, done.
Yeah, look at Discord and then go into radar images and look at the storm that was earlier. It was really nice.
Wait, where was it?
I think it was, I forgot what it was called.
Southern North Dakota?
No, it was northern South Dakota, yeah, that was it.
Oh yeah. And 2 tornado warnings right now. Pretty good.
On Discord, there's a really nice supercell with a hook on it.
Yeah. Isn't that that storm right now? That's tornado warned in North Dakota.
That's the one in southern North Dakota.
Yeah. It doesn't have much rotation. Well, it has rotation, but still, yeah, it's a little messy. We have one in South Dakota now. Another one.
Yeah, I see that.
It
Put that in the chat.
has a little rotation, nothing big though.
And there's one in Florida that doesn't really have too much rotation.
Yeah. We got some capped supercells by Fargo, or Grand Forks actually. Tornado warning in Florida for Daytona Beach. Oh, crap. Ooh, yeah. Ooh, that's not good. Yep. Alright, we got another tornado warning in Florida. Let's count all of our reports we've had so far. So far today, we've had 63 reports. We've had the 1 tornado report in our area. So pretty good.
How many tornado reports?
In our area today, in southern, we only had 1 tornado report, and that was in southern North Dakota. We've had 2 in Florida, but that's like Florida.
Yeah.
It's not like the big tornado zone for. The one by Daytona Beach might be moving. It might have moved off the coast. No, it's still there. It has a hook still, kind of like a intention.
Yeah.
Oh my! I saw me put my freaking phone upside down. Alright. So, I'm gonna be streaming till 11 o'clock straight now.
If the weather channel is right, it looks like there's gonna be a line that starts to form in north central Minnesota, and the storms look like they'll probably last till about 3:30 a.m. in the 10% tornado area.
Yeah. Alright. I see the big couplet right now. Wait, I can go look at past radar data and see what this one looks like, I guess.
There's a really special rain statement really far off the coast of Florida. It's 40 miles off the coast. I don't think anybody's out there.
Probably not.
I'm sure it's a tornado possible. It has some rotation.
With a special marine statement.
There's like 1, 2, 3. There's probably 3 areas of rotation. Where the special rain statement is, there's water spout possible. That's a call now and a flash flood warning. But guys, if you really want us to talk about, if you want to hear somebody talking about that for 3 hours straight, just go to the weather channel.
Yeah, that's what the weather channel does. It's flash flood warning. Flash flood enthusiasts.
Yeah, they study it. That's what they study.
Yeah. I mean, the storm in South Dakota has a little broad rotation, but it's not bad at all. And someone reported tornado 12 minutes ago, right on top of the town of, to the east of the warning. I don't know what it's called. What is it? I can't read it because of the report, but Barton, I don't know.
Is it Berlin?
No, it's.
What tornado?
Tornado warning in South Dakota.
It's east of it?
Yeah. The city. The city east is tornado warning. That has a tornado report there.
How far to the east of it?
Like right to the east of it. It's called it's Falcon or something. Falkton.
It's just in the I see. Damn it. 3-inch tree limbs broken, power tools broken there too.
Yeah, right to the west of that, there's a tornado report. like less than a mile west of that. There's a
I can't see it.
yeah. So tonight we have a QCLS with embedded supercells, with a lot of embedded supercells. This is kind of how I thought it would play out. That it's embedded to, or start off as supercells, and it would be embedded in a QCLS like this.
Alright, looks like the area that they're watching is probably the northern part of the warning near Furlan.
Yeah.
So I'm starting to see more of an inflow. It's kind of a dog's leg, as the weather channel says, a dog's leg.
Yeah. The anvil of these storms is so big, so the Cape is pretty much ruined because of the anvil. Well, the Cape, there's still a lot of Cape around because the Cape is really high, but the anvil's really big. The anvil from the storms in South Dakota goes all the way to Minnesota.
I would eat all that Cape.
Well, I didn't eat all of it. Like a surface-based Cape is still 4,500 in North Dakota, eastern North Dakota. Yeah, it's still really
I'll look at that actually.
I like the SPC's mesoscale analysis. Bulk shear is still the highest in southern North Dakota and eastern North Dakota. You guys can see here. Check Streamlabs. Alright. Surface observations. In Bismarck, it's a dew point of 61 now. Dew point, I'd say the high, I'd say my forecast has been pretty good so far, my tornado forecast. You haven't had anything outside of it. It's been my 5, the only tornado warnings have been in my 5 and my 10% area. So my 2% is good, but my 5% is really good. So I think my tornado forecast today has been pretty good so far. Because our one tornado report was right here in my 5%.
Yeah, I've had 2 in my 5% and only 1 in my 10%.
Yeah, I've had that one in my 10% also. I'm sure everybody's 10% was the same today.
Bulk shear. Yeah. It's pretty good.
Yeah. Of course, last night if we would have had some like supercells, or maybe there wasn't like a strong cap, and the cap could have broken, some supercells could have formed. Because there was really good area for supercells in southern South Dakota, but the cap was too strong, so they didn't get the fire, like I told Andrew. So I think that, yeah, today is definitely bigger than yesterday. Well, yesterday was a pretty big derecho.
Yeah, tomorrow, honestly, if they were putting enhanced in, it would definitely be for wind and hail.
For wind and hail? Yeah, it's not going to be tornadoes. There's a cap. I think it's mostly, and there's probably not going to be supercells, so they might put a 5% in, but I don't think it's going to be a 10%.
Yeah, there's probably not going to be a 5. I mean, maybe a 5% for tornadoes.
And I'm not live streaming tomorrow because I'm painting something right now. So I'm not going to be live streaming tomorrow. So I want to get that done so I can live stream probably Tuesday, yeah. I have like the rest of my week, nothing to do.
Yeah, see what the 2% are tomorrow?
Yeah.
Honestly, tomorrow I just imagine that they probably just connect it and leave it like that, leave it at 2%, just connect them.
They might put a 5% in Minnesota or central Nebraska.
I think that Minnesota probably has the highest chance because they're going to be more supercellular.
Yeah.
The 2% kind of for more of a line with storms. But definitely northern Minnesota.
Yeah, so today we've had like 7 different tornado warnings, I think, well, in like North Dakota, that area. We've had Florida, we've already had like 6. Or the one for,
a bunch.
Still got that one for Daytona Beach in Florida.
Oh, they just extended the warning.
Yeah. There's like 3 reports of tornadoes right now on Spotter Network in a lot of areas. Like 4 actually. We have one at the Southern Storm, which got reported 8:45 p.m. The Southern Storm by Fulton. And we got another. We got 3 reports at the Northern one back when it was in its older stages. So it was like 8 p.m. the reports came in. It's been a long track supercell up there. Well, it's not. It's definitely HP now. I wouldn't even want to chase that because it's so rain wrapped.
I didn't see that one tornado report to Southern. North Dakota.
Well, Spotter Network also has reports, and they'll probably be later turned into tornado reports.
Yeah.
So I'd say today, so far, we've had 2 to 3 tornadoes. And that's not counting in Florida. That's counting in North Dakota, and South Dakota, and Minnesota.
Yeah.
I say 2 to 3 because I know we've had 2 today. It could be 2 to 4 because we could have had like two tornadoes could have happened from one of these storms in South Dakota or in North Dakota, and we probably could have had 1 tornado in northwestern Minnesota. Alright, I haven't been looking at CC a lot in this video, so we can go ahead and try to look at that.
There's a pretty good area of a tornado watch. Basically splits North Dakota in half, the eastern side, and a little bit of northeastern Minnesota.
Yeah, the watch. Yeah, we got a severe thunderstorm watch to the south and a tornado watch to the north. Yeah.
I'm gonna look if there's any mesa discussions.
And enhanced risk today.
I think they need to go the enhanced risk. I probably would have left enhanced.
I don't think we should have gone moderate. Maybe for like wind and hail. Not moderate.
Yeah, if they go moderate and they had 10% for tornadoes, it's a very small moderate though.
I wouldn't even put a moderate.
Right in my moderate, there's a bunch of hail reports right in my moderate, so it's alright right now.
So far, a 10%, I wouldn't say has busted, but it wasn't like really a good placement. But it was a good placement from what the models were saying. But it's just a storm for itself. It's not the SBC's fault. Like, I mean, everybody thought everybody thought the biggest storm potentials would be. Well, there could still be some tornadoes in northwestern Minnesota, in northeastern whatever the place is.
Alright, at this point, wind is going up at the most rapid pace, and hail is just about there. Tornadoes have been kind of quiet until the update comes in.
Yeah.
We gotta wait for that update.
Oh yeah, I haven't like probably 10 minutes to get the new update. So we're still got that warning in North Dakota.
Mostly hail reports.
Yeah.
The winds are just behind us.
Radar scope is lagging right now, probably because it's polar. So we still got the tornado warning for North Daytona Beach. I'm gonna look at that. We got an interesting storm by St. Cloud, Florida, not Minnesota, but St. Cloud, Florida. It has like kind of like a mini.
Second tornado report. Just to the northeast of the first one. So we have 4 tornado reports now.
So I'm reloading mine right now. It's not letting me reload. There we go. All right. I don't have it for me yet.
Go into the filtered reports.
Oh yeah, that was probably through Spot. That was through Spotter Network. Yeah. All right.
Unfiltered reports. 33 hail, 27 wind.
Yeah.
And then filtered 4 tornado. 20 wind, 30 hail.
Well, filter is where you can. I'd say we've had 4 tornadoes so far today because I like to look at filtered reports to know how much tornadoes they are, because they won't like if there's like 30 reports for 1 tornado, they won't likely filter all of them. Like yeah. So it'll be like they'll probably filter like 1, maybe. Alright. So I had that one by Daytona Beach, doesn't have much rotation. But it can spin up though, again, because it is a tropical system.
I'm on Spotter Network right now.
You have to like take a test and stuff.
Just let me in.
How?
I don't know. And see what people are. I see the 4 tornado reports.
Oh wait, you don't have it on radar scope. You haven't like taken the test yet. Okay, so to take the test gives you the ability to report stuff. So like if I was like with storm chasing and saw a tornado, like immediately when I saw it, I would report tornado. But you can't do that because you haven't taken the test yet. Because I don't want like people false reporting. That's why if you do, you'll get like banned and stuff. It's not like 15.
Yeah, radar scope's funny. You can do whatever the hell you want.
Yeah. Well, I'm not gonna. I'm not like. I mean, it's kind of annoying if somebody reported snow in Kansas or Wichita. So it's not there anymore, but.
Alright, rotating wall cloud where would that be? That would be in Central South Dakota.
Central South, yeah, it's this.
That was 22 o'clock, so.
Oh, I also got great news. These storms are now outflow dominant. The tornado warning in South Dakota is outflow dominant, so that's great. Inflow is limited on it, so that means it's likely going to try to weaken. I'm going to look at differential, see if it's still a good updraft, see how long we've gotten it. It still has some time, I think. But I think it's going to start. I think it's going to start to follow. Or it might become linear. I think the tornado potential is going away quick. That's what velocity says also. Look at that. Yeah, there's hardly any rotation at this warning anymore. It's probably just because it couldn't briefly spin up again and recycle real quick. Alright, we have some stuff going on by Grand Forks. Yeah, by Grand Forks, though, on the models, it looked like the north of Grand Forks had the biggest supercell potential. But one thing the models don't show you is if the supercells are going to be outflow dominant or not. These are outflow dominant supercells. You can see, and we have a large outflow boundary going that went through Grand Forks Air Force Base. We have this interesting one by Alvarado. It has a hook. It has some slight rotation, but it probably won't produce a strong tornado if it can get together and produce one. Because it is a outflow dominant storm. So we have supercells today. They're most of them are either capped or they're outflow dominant.
Oh.
It's definitely getting pretty active out. I'm planning on ending this stream at 11 o'clock tonight.
11?
Yeah, I want to get some good sleep tonight because last night I kind of got like 6 hours of sleep.
I have a rush tonight.
Yeah.
Naming, okay, let me go find that place again.
The tornado warning in North Dakota doesn't have much rotation on it. Probably gonna have Reed Timmer saying he intercepted like a large, violent, long-track tornado. I did get a pretty nice show car yesterday with the storms in South Dakota.
Oh yeah. Us last night, talking about, what's the average temperature in, Ketchikan, Alaska.
Oh yeah. That was fun. Alright, we should do that again tonight.
Yeah.
After the stream.
I didn't realize, wait a second.
And we still got, the Daytona tornado warning's been expired, so that's good.
Yeah, I know. It wasn't like too, it wasn't too crazy looking.
Yeah.
So there's a one tornado warning. I'm not really seeing.
The enhanced risk is not going to bust tonight, though. The enhanced is not going to bust. The 10%, I wouldn't say busted.
It's not wait till the storms. They're going to the north. Even after we end the stream, they're probably still gonna produce.
Yeah. I am probably going to end it at 11 tonight, even if there is a tornado warning going on. I need to get some sleep. Alright, so...
Is the stream going right now?
Yeah, it's going. I can mute it then. Yeah. Alright, definitely got some interesting storms in South Dakota and North Dakota. But I think they're going to become more linear, so it may not be good for tornadoes.
How many viewers we have right now?
We have, we'll probably have like 0.